except I received this insight about a title called Prisoner of War. The book.
What's going on, everybody? Welcome to Weekly Dose of Dano TV, where you guys already know what the deal is. We all come together on Thursdays, 6 o'clock p.m. Eastern Standard Time, to all come together to be a part of a community and environment just before we go into the weekend, to come amplify the positive energy that I know each and every one of us all has within us. But here, we focus on the perspectives to help bring it out of us, and maybe just in case that we're having a bad day, we come on Weekly Dose of Dano to help understand that everything that you're going through is either a lesson or a blessing. So always remember that. Thank you guys so much for being here today. There's so much love. I can already feel it, and I can just let you guys know. I thought on the way, well, I'll let you know what happened today. A few hours ago, I was just in DC. And doing a networking event with the, shout out to Lounge with Legends with Marty Martinez and James Phelps. I was with them, and, they're working on some, I guess we're working on some projects all together with JTF 214. And it was just an amazing event. So I'm just here today now. I'm exhausted. I'll tell you guys straight up, because I was in Vegas with Loren as well. So I can't wait to get into that. He's lucky I'm going to let him live today, because I was pretty tired. But you know what? I didn't have time to really put him on blast like I really should have. And I see him right there in the lower corner laughing, because he's lucky. He's lucky right now. So I'm going to spare you for today. But yeah, so a couple hours ago I was there, and just to drive over here, I didn't think that I was going to make it in time, but by the grace of God, I'm here today, and I'm here to give you this great content. So let's go. So first of all, I got to give you guys a shout out. My positivity posse is in the building. Oh, I love you guys so much. Each and every freaking one of you. I love you guys all so much. Lou, thank you for being here. Jeanette, thank you for being here. The Big Daddy was killing her. Oh, that was the earlier Loren, the Big Daddy. See, I told you they were going to like the Big Daddy. He's just hating. That's all, just because he's not the Big Daddy. He's Big Grandpa. I'll give you that, I guess, Big Grandpa. But thank you for sharing it out. Lauren is typing in the background. I see it. I'm excited about today's episode. Double dose of Dano. All right, so that's just everything. You guys are already killing it with the comments, and I love it. So seriously, guys, thank you guys for everything. From the comments to the support to the likes to the reaching out, and I don't take it personally if I haven't been hitting you guys right back up after I receive, a text or a phone call. I will get back to you, I promise. But things have just been a little bit hectic for these past 2 weeks, I would say, maybe even 3 weeks. But I'm very fortunate and I'm grateful for that. Oh, shit. Oh, shoot. The Big Daddy is still on here. That's why you said that. That's not why. So let me see how to fix this. That's not, even though it is my nickname, that's not the name that I want to go by for right now. So we're going to go by Dano. There it is. There it is. That's why you said it makes so much sense now. All right. That makes so much sense. Okay, makes sense. I'm glad we were able to get that out of the way, and thank you for bringing it to my attention so early on. So quick shout out to you guys as well. My positivity posse is in the building, and I always got to give you guys your props and your recognition, because on a serious note, you guys really are amazing, and you're the reason why I get up and why I go out to do everything that I want to do. Because when I go to live my life and my experience, I love to share it with you guys, because you probably live the same things, and it's amazing to connect with you guys on that level and to see what lessons you may have learned from similar situations. So big shout out to the Positivity Posse. Always got to give you guys your credit and your props. You already talked. You know what? Since you want to be typing so much in the comments, I think I should just leave you down there in the green room for the whole time. I love. I see him shaking his head. Yeah, I like that. That might be a new one, the Big Daddy Posse. We might have a select crew. That'll be a special event, special crew for all of us, for ourselves. But I can't get over that. I already had the Big Daddy right in the corner. But you guys already know how we're coming today. I got to bring out the book. You guys already know about the book. It's Life's Little Instruction Book. 511 suggestions, observations, and reminders on how to live a happy and rewarding life. The story behind this book is absolutely amazing. I can't even begin to tell you what this book has done for me, because I do flip through it every once in a while when I do need a reminder on how to live a happy and rewarding life. So this is the perfect book for that. All right. So as you already know, I was playing those news commercials. Those commercials were actually made by Loren as well. I'll give you a credit there, but don't get a big head now, because I'm only going to do it once for the rest of the show. And that was it. So you're welcome. So number 304, as we can see right here, judge your success by the degree that you're enjoying peace, health, and love. You guys, I'm going to... Grandpa doesn't like the green room. I just saw that. He can stay in there. So number 304 is judge your success by the degree that you're enjoying peace, health, and love. And I think that it's always so spot on. Everything that, we talk about on the show is 100% the truth. It's always what I live through. And like I tell you, we just flip to a random page and the universe operates through this book. What we need to hear all together collectively as a group and as a part of the Positivity Posse. So I really do believe that that's these events and everything that I've been going through in my own life and in my perspective has been absolutely wonderful. Not from all the connections that I've met, not from, all the people that have poured into me and shared their knowledge and their experiences. No, it's because when you have that peace, health, and love, you can be going through the most serious situations, no matter the varying degree. It can be even let's do a little spin on it. Everything can be going great in your life. You could be making a lot of money and all of that stuff, but it really doesn't matter, because peace, health, and love are the priorities in our lives. And a lot of people start to chase the materialistic side of everything, but make sure you take a step back and do the peace, health, and love to see where that is ranging in your life. And Loren can come on to talk a little bit further about that. But this is why I really love to do, to spend this time with you guys, because the peace, the health, and the love are always at optimum levels, and it's always at the top in the benefit. There was Kyra checking in. Okay, a part of the Positivity Posse. She was there. She wrote Daily Dose, because all the way in the beginning, that's how everything started, if you already know the story. So shout out to Kyra as well. Peace, health, and love. I just love to spread that with every day, with everything that we do. So always remember to keep that at the forefront in the mind. And there was one more thing I want to touch on, and then I'll bring Grandpa into the room. Oh, excuse me. I'll bring Loren into the room. Look, he just rolled his eyes. So I'm getting you back from earlier. This is payback. So on a serious note, guys, if you guys have ever seen the movie The Boy with the Striped Pajamas, if I remember it correctly, that was the whole point of the movie, was to show that peace, health and love, if you have that within yourself, not even the worst type of situations or scenarios can really get to you. So always make sure that you have that forefront of your mind, and every time that you place that as the priority, everything else is going to follow. So right now, Loren, hopefully I bought you enough time. I see you putting your little cane everywhere. You made it to the screen, finally, only after 12 minutes that he made it from the kitchen all the way back to in front of the camera. So without further ado, here's Loren.
Jesus, thank you. In the name of the Father and the Son, Lord, goodness, strength. Please, Jesus, please, hold on. Before we even get started, I need some heavenly light. Let me put on the gold glow, hit some church music, and then reach for my backup plan to deal with your ass tonight. I'm for real. I'm pouring it.
Yeah, good. Well, this is just a
Wait. There it is.
What? No chaser? Y'all hear something? Y'all hear the music going a little bit too loud today? I don't know. Maybe it was the ice cream truck passing by for today.
I got Tito's. Ooh. I got Jesus. And I told that's what you get. Big Daddy was on the screen. I said, he don't even know it's there. I was cracking up. I was like, how you going to put Big Daddy on the screen when your real mama is on here watching? I was like, there you go. And what you doing calling her by her first name?
Oh, whoa. I'm running the show here, right? Now you're a guest and my
Oh, you hear that, Jeanette?
Yeah,
okay.
I got it. Big Daddy's running the show.
Okay, watch.
I'll bring him out if you want.
Watch when you get hungry. Because you can't cook.
Who said that? You must have not seen my quarantine videos. I hate cleaning. I can't clean. That's not my forte. But I can whip something up. I just can't clean. It's not my thing. But anyway,
let's speak to the folks out there. Hi, everybody.
So hello, everybody. And yeah, you're right, because they want to hear all about your perspective, because you are a man of a lot of knowledge. A lot of knowledge. And thank you for coming on today and being here to help share that.
Of course, Big Daddy.
Ew, it sounds weird when you say it.
That was too good. I was rolling. I was like, man. So, oh, it's still on the screen. That's what you get. That's what you got. I told you, don't come for me. I told you. Where the bell? Now, done. Scene. Let's get into it.
So, Loren.
1 billion quadrillion.
Would you be able to explain a little bit about the Gays in Space event? And there's one key thing that I want to talk about. Huh?
Who are you calling gay?
No, the Gays in Space event.
I know you didn't just sit there and call me gay.
No.
Oh, I am, though. And proud of it. Gays in Space. Man, I had no idea. Did you?
But there's one thing that you need to talk about, and this is the real big thing. The Gays in Space event was amazing, but this is where it is. Tell us a little bit about the event, and how different did you come out of the event? Are you taking inspiration from it?
I came out different from the rooter to the tutor. I'm not kidding you. That's what I love about purpose. When you do your best, like the 4 agreements dictates, first, you're impeccable with your word. You don't take things personally. You don't make assumptions, and you always do your best. All of those things came into play last week. They come into play every day. But the Gays in Space thing and purpose, I went there. I thought, when you do your best, that's exactly when the universe, whatever you ascribe to be greater than you, I refer to greater than God, all of that. They all come together. When you do your best, they pick up the mantle and they do the rest. And I'm going to tell you something, I thought it was all about that Saturday night event. I really did. I poured months into that, and then the thing was, it was like a couple days before we left, and I was like, well, I got my costume together for Friday night, but that ain't a big deal. I don't need to write anything or this and other. And that was the moment. that Friday night, and I heard, you guys heard this morning if you were on that show, Pads or Moments, that I was actually told, and I told you guys, remember? I said, you know what? You guys, it told me, I heard that everything I was sitting here to do has already happened. So if the nightclub burned down or it got canceled or whatever, no one showed up, I've already fulfilled, I've got a green check mark, for fulfilling the purpose of being there. And it was that night with the gratitude festival. The people, I thought the big thing was, big entrance and greetings and all of that. But it was in those chairs where those people came with those scrolls that they had written all the things down that they felt didn't serve them, that all the pains and hurts that they'd been carrying, and they had them in their hand. And I knew something was up with the very first guy when he sat down, and the way that they were holding on to him, but they weren't death gripping him. It was my hand where I was putting the tattoo on, the temporary tattoo. That's the hand that they were gripping me, and I was like, and then I got the courage to say, well, I know you don't have to divulge what's on that scroll, but can you give us a little hint? And they didn't care. Yeah, this is all the people who have ever betrayed me, who have hurt me. This is in here, the people that bullied me and called me names and told me I was crap. They covered it. Each of them covered it. And then they tore them up and said, I'm finished with them. And they just threw them up in the air, which I'm not going to do because I don't have a maid anymore. So there. So they went everywhere. And every time I watched that process, another layer inside of me was exposed like an onion. Every single time. No two were the same. It wasn't, oh, I've experienced that. That's that. No. Every single time a person sat down and got up, something happened with me. So, just phenomenal. And that's the thing about, those of us who do events and those of us who are event groupies that go, don't just buy tickets and go sit in anybody's chair, just letting any old thing come in. I'm telling you what, that space that Gaze in Space has created for, just like what Jason Cisneros has done with Misfit Nation, a place for people who have always felt, or even from time to time have felt invisible, that their feelings or their message or their outlook on something, their contribution was not valuable. And there's more people living like that than you could ever imagine.
Yeah.
And it changed me. I'll never be the same person again.
Yeah, and that was one of the things that I've got to see firsthand. And I think not a lot of people have these mentors or these people in their life like you are for me that really helped me see beyond what's in front of you. Like you always say, there's always something to the something. Everything, I think a lot of us only take things as face value and they say, oh, that's coincidence, or isn't it funny how that happened? And a big thing that you talk about are words that deceive. Would you give some examples of words that deceive and how we to change our verbiage?
I feel like that little boy on America's Got Talent a couple seasons ago, the one with the violin who kept saying, they say, how you feeling? He said, I'm so proud of myself. That's what he said every time. I was just saying that out loud. I was like, I'm so proud. I'm proud of you. I really am. Because I'm sitting there, because I'm like, I'm hearing you really pour into people. It's just amazing. It's just amazing. I don't want to get out. It's one thing when you make me pour into you, like I'll gush about how great you are in a private session, but here on your show, I'm not ready for that. So anyway, let's talk about your problem this morning on my show. You still got, I'm kidding. Okay. No, seriously. Okay, I'm done. There, done. That was because you were trying to get me when I was in the green room. It's even now. Let's leave it alone. Okay, Duke's down. We'll fight later. What was your question?
So when it comes to words that deceive, what are some of the common phrases that we always do and maybe we don't catch? And how can we recognize and change the verbiage that we use on a day-to-day basis?
Perfect. I love this question. It's the first place I start when I work with people. You remember, The Jeanette, you two, all of you out there, if there are any other rock stars watching, words that deceive are powerful, because they kind of, in my world, the way I see it, they jump in front of the truth, almost like if you're at a parade sitting on the sidelines and you're oh, who's next, who's coming, and you see the people carrying the banner, and they say the mercantile Argonauts, and you see the band behind them. You don't question that those people behind that banner belong to that name. That's what words that deceive do. They jump in front of, out of the blue. I remember how I didn't have any gas money, girl. What happened, Gwen? Well, I was digging in my pocket, and I just happened to go in. I just happened to go in the closet, and there on the floor was that sweater. They always on the only wire hanger in there, and that sweater always ends up on the floor. But I picked it up, and girl, I reached in that pocket, and I thought it was some old receipt or napkin, and I pulled out a $50 bill, gave me my gas money for the week. Isn't that weird? Out of the blue, just so happened. Isn't that weird? All words that deceive, because what they do is they shiny object syndrome you. They get you away from the blessing. They want you to give the credit to something that has no face, that has a house that has no address. You see what I'm saying? Right. A car that has no brand. You see what I'm saying? And when you do that, you miss all of the magic that comes with a blessing, the asked and then answered part. And so words that deceive, one of the worst ones, one I hate the most, I call it the John Wayne Gacy of words. TOO. If we just keep it at the end of a sentence where it belongs, where it is inclusive and it is of service, oh, come on, Dano, there's enough room for you too. Here, I don't need all this. Why don't you take, there's something, you want some of this too? It's inclusive. But when you move it anywhere else, the middle or the beginning, now it starts destroying dreams. I'm too old. I'm too fat. It's too late. It's too hard. If you got to have a word with 3 letters and 2 O's, change it from to so, and put that other so. It's so much, but don't ever say it's too much. Yeah. Because we've been told that we will never be given more than we can handle by what is greater than. And when you say it's too much, oh, my bad, let me take a little of that from you.
Yeah,
of course. See.
Yeah, and it's so amazing. And thank you for giving us a concrete example of a word that we can change to fill in for 2. A lot of people go about there. I even still do this. I'm like, oh, shoot, I shouldn't have said that. So then I say, universe, I don't claim that energy. I'm sorry I said that. And then I quickly replace it with the phrase that I'm trying to say. Now,
right.
Yeah. So this is
Wait. Before I forget, it just download. Here's another one, you guys. I'm gonna tell you, this one is right behind or right beside the John Wayne Gacy. You might as well call this one the what's another serial killer?
I don't watch the serial killer.
Everybody know him.
Drop it in the chat if you can think of one.
There's another one. What's his name? Put any serial killer's name on these. I do what I have to do so I don't forget what they do. Mm-hmm. You see what I'm saying? I'm not gonna say, oh, it's just a word that deceives. No, I got to put something that's scary in real life on it so that it doesn't, because it's going to try to catch me. Ted Bundy. Thank you. So this one could be considered the Ted Bundy, and that is funny. It's so funny. And you know what I do when you guys do that? I go, why ain't you laughing?
What's so funny about it?
Right. What's so funny about it? Because when you say it's funny is what comedians are. And what do comedians tell? They tell jokes. So it's telling the person you're speaking to that what I'm about to say to you is really a joke. Because it's funny. Mm-hmm. Changes the entire narrative. Mm-hmm. And so the beautiful thing about understanding words that deceive is once you start eradicating them from coming from your mouth into the worlds of other people, you start seeing them being shot at you like darts, and you're like, oh, words deceive. Who threw that? Right. Because you won't recognize them coming from any other dimension if you can't recognize them coming from within your own dimension.
Yeah, of course. And thank you so much, because I hear people say that all the time and I try to correct them. And hopefully that I can get to them and make them recognize what
you know how you do that, Dano? Let's just get that on. We can change after that. But it's like this. You guys, when you catch one, have your replacement, have your stand-in, have your stunt double ready, if you will. Instead of, sure is weird, isn't it interesting? You know, it's so funny. How brilliant is it that, isn't that awesome? How change it to an empowering word and not some word that is like a blank check that certainly isn't made out to you.
Yeah, I like that. And thank you so much for sharing that. I know that's a big focus point for you when you go to your coaching sessions, and even the relationships that you build very early on. I know that you really want the best for people and you pour into them, so you're conscious of that. So this is a very big question that nobody knows about, maybe a handful of people, and it happened over the course of this weekend. And you always say that the best content is the one that you live through. Now, me and you know that there was an event or a person that shouldn't have been, well, they were placed there to try to trip.
I was getting ready to ring the bell on you.
I know, yeah. So, see, look, even I proved it to you. I still do it to myself. So how can you recognize when something isn't for you, and how can you go about dealing with it in a way that still shows the universe that you learned your lesson?
Let me tell y'all what he's talking about.
Okay. I didn't want to, yeah, go ahead. You can drop it.
Okay, I'm going to just put it out there. The day we were out at the pool, the day before the Gratitude Festival, the day of the Gratitude Festival. So that would have been Friday. We got there Thursday. That morning, greater than whatever, started getting me to invite people. 4 was the number I saw, because 4 is one of my angel numbers. So first there was the woman in the wheelchair. She came speeding through the casino. I mean, she was flying. And I chased her down. I was like, good Lord, girl. I was like, where did you get that? Is that something off the Jetsons? You really are with Star Trek, aren't you? So anyway, we started talking. I said, you know why I stopped you? I said, because you were moving with purpose. You were unapologetic. And you were getting there just as fast as I could with 2 good legs, or faster. Mm-hmm. And it was something about your face, how determined you meant every turn you made. Right. And she wasn't like being rude about, like, out of my way. It wasn't like that. It was totally different. She came and she brought her husband. Then there was the movie producer guy who I didn't know what he did. He sat next to me at the coffee bar and looked over and just handed his phone and said, put your number in here. And I'm like, quit playing. You cute and all, but I'm married. Oh, and he said, that's what I'm thinking. Yeah. But he goes, I said, why?
Brian.
I said, why?
Brian watching this?
Yeah, he's right there.
Oh, so
I said, he knows. He knew the whole story. Yeah. And introduced him when they came. Come on now. I'm grown. So anyway, he says, because you look like a person I'm supposed to know. That's what got me. He didn't say I need to know. I'm supposed to know. And I didn't hesitate. I put it in there, invited them. They came, him and another guy who was in a movie. They're there shooting. So they come. Then there was, who was the other one? There was another one. Oh, Chris and his wife. They were at the bar for coffee the very first day. And they came. So and then there was this guy.
Is this where the, all right, here it is.
Last one. We were at the pool. I was about to leave. I was about a half hour, 40 minutes away from leaving to go get ready to go do the thing that night. Mm-hmm. And I was there in the pool, and he walked by. You all saw it. We were all right there in the pool, and he had his girlfriend, but it was him, and it was a command presence. I told you guys, wow, that guy has a strong command presence. And it said, get out of the pool and stop him. And I did. And we were there, and we were talking, and then she kind of got in, like, well, what about me, kind of thing. But then, you know, and he was like a ninja, right? Looked like a war, like reminds me of Ren, our friend Ren,
yeah,
you know, from Ozark, right? Yeah. So anyway, comes to the party, and I didn't realize until the next day, all that time at the pool, the first day, all night at the party that night, he never took his sunglasses off or down. The whole time.
Yeah, I remember.
I wear my sunglasses at night. Yes, he did. So anyway, and all along, I'm fine. He's speaking the language to me. He's speaking. No, not yet. After that night, his girlfriend came in. Remember, she got sick minutes after she got there. And
yeah, we got to get to the meat and the potato.
I'm there, but you got to set it up. Trust me. You know the story. They don't.
Yeah.
Okay, right. You just giddy goo 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 because you know the whole thing. They don't. Now stay in your place. grasshopper. I'm just kidding. I can't. Right.
Yeah.
There we go. Okay. It's getting there. It's getting there. So he comes. He's there the whole night to the very end, the night before. Next morning, what did I go to bed at? Like 5 that morning, got up at 7.
Yeah.
I'm at that coffee bar again. And I know sooner than I sat down who popped in the seat next to me. I was like, dang. And he was like, morning. I ain't been to sleep yet. Right? And he starts pulling beers out of his pants. So we're sitting there, and then it gets serious. We start talking about what was upstairs the night before and what Dan and them are doing and what we're here doing. And then, I mean, I'm thinking, you know, he hasn't slept or anything. And he takes his glasses and he pulls them down. He goes, I never do this, but I'm going to do it right now. He goes, I'm going to do it right now because I want to make sure you look into my eyes. And that's when it changed. Soon as he said that, I heard the download. Yes, we told you he was an old soul. We just didn't tell you that this soul plays for the other side.
Yeah.
And it changed everything because we're on open field. We're on open field. We're sitting at a common area. And he's talking and now he starts using all the language I use. Downloads, parting of the veil, they. You referring to greater than as they, all the things. And I'm like, sounds like he comes from the same village, but something don't feel right. Mm-hmm. So he comes out to we had a cabana. What do you call those things? Those tents you rent with the couch and the TV.
By the poolside,
the poolside thing. So we were all, you and Brian had already gone out there, and then I came out there, and then about an hour later, they came out there. And then when they came inside that tent, that's when he really started showing this entity, started showing who he really was. He went after every one of y'all in one way or another, everybody. Yeah. And I'm going to tell you when it happened for me. When it was, I don't know if were you sitting there when I said to him, well, clearly you didn't realize whose turf you're on. You don't realize whose turf you're on. Were you there then?
No, unfortunately, I was
you were at the pool with Brian, right?
The pool, yeah.
When I've realized, when they told me, you know who you're sitting in front of, right? I'm like, I think. And then he's talking all this stuff. And I saw the picture of him moving his glasses down. So I sent it. I know this sounds oracle. If it weren't for you, I'd think I was crazy. But you told me that this was possible, and you're absolutely right. I sent that picture back to him without saying a word. I sent it telepathically.
Or Dominique Rivera, just to let everybody know and feel everybody.
Right. So I sent that picture back of him doing that. And then I said, with my mouth audibly, so clearly you have forgotten whose turf you're on. And I went like this because we were inside the tent. When you showed up here, you came inside here. What, you didn't see that hedge of protection out there around us? Yeah. You didn't see that? And then all of a sudden, it was like he had on a wool itchy sweater. It couldn't get away from me fast enough. Yeah. This, that, and the other. And he tried everything to disrupt, destroy everything, even to the point when I had started the banishing process. Yeah. What it was, I left because I was done. Yeah. And then what did he do? Tell him what he did in front of you.
So then after Loren has gone, and when I tell you guys, for the short amount of time that I met the gentleman, he never took his glasses off or his shades. But when he pulled them down, they were the most bloodshot, emptiest eyes that I've ever seen.
Like black holes.
Yeah, exactly. And there was something that I didn't even tell you the day after. I said, where are you from? And he goes, oh, you don't even want to know where I'm from. I'm from anywhere and everywhere. But that's besides the point. So
no, it ain't. That ain't beside the point. That is the point.
No, well, the point I want to tell you this too is that, after Loren left, you guys don't even understand. Like he started, he was just trying to throw bad energy. He even, since we're on the show and we're being transparent.
I know you're going to tell him about the pissing.
Yeah, so he goes, man, I need to use the bathroom. There's 2 other women and there's a couple and his girl and me there. And he goes around the tent and you can see through the tent.
You can see Look right through it.
Yep, he pulled down his pants, whipped out his penis and just started urinating through the tent. Like
animals do when they're upset and they can't control something. That was a negative energy that he couldn't do anything in there. Yeah. He couldn't do anything inside that thing. He had to get up and go out there in order to send some kind of a message to y'all. He couldn't even do that in front of me. Yeah, because let me tell y'all why that happened. Let me tell you why they told me that happened. They want us to know, they greater than what is protecting us, that, you know, that veil, you know, there is a battle. It's all over the soul. Everything that's ever tried to talk us off the ledge didn't win. Why are we here? Because that other side talked us off the ledge, not over it, off of it. Talked us down, told us, get back up. There's more for you. And so he, you know, he was sending a message like, I'll be back. Because when I sent that telepathic thing over, I said, now, you know, now you see what's around you. You know what's out there. Don't act, don't play. Go back and tell the others. Go back and tell that. That's what I want you to run back and tell them. Because when they come, there's going to be even more waiting for them, just like it was for your ass.
And this is what I want to tell you too, is if you guys don't already know, the way that I phrased it, I said, damn, he wasn't supposed to be there. And Loren stopped me in my tracks. He goes, no. This is all supposed to happen the way that it unfolds. And now whenever you go throughout your own lives and you think that something shouldn't be the way that it should be, stop and maybe look at it from a different perspective. Because no, maybe it is supposed to be this way. And there's a blessing or lesson that you're supposed to learn from
if it's happening, it is purposeful.
Yeah. So right now,
let me tell you something. Nothing happens for just one reason. So it's not just because who is this idiot? No, go deeper. What am I not supposed to miss here?
Yeah.
And now, you know what they told me, and I'm done with it. Let me tell you what they told me, why that was so important. They said, Loren, this happens for you to understand, no matter where you are, no matter how far you go, doing what you're doing in this world, or what the world, you know, accolades and this and the other side will have access to you up to the very last second. Yeah. They will not stop up to the last second. And that is what we have to be like. We have to be equally tenacious. We can't whisper to the world, we've got something here we know you need. We have something here you may not want, but we have something here. If you want to fulfill your destiny, come and get it. We can't whisper that. We gotta work 24/7. Don't take Christmas off, and scream it from the top of our lungs, just like that entity.
So right now, we're going to give Loren a moment to breathe, because we're going to go to a commercial break. And we're going to let everybody really think about some of the things that you said, because we need a second to let it soak in. So we'll be right back after this commercial break.
Watch, rinse, repeat.
And we'll be right back. Don't go anywhere. everybody. I just wanted to say welcome back to the show. That was just a quick word from our sponsors. And I just want to say you guys are killing it tonight in the comment section. I wish I could just upload and show on the screen all of the great comments that you guys have really posted. I know you guys are having a great time, and I'm so happy that everybody is here. I got Loren in the building. And I just want to say thank you guys so much. There's so many great comments on here, like I said. So I see them, I recognize them, and I really do appreciate it. So thank you guys so much. It's funny. I'm going to say this before he gets on. Christopher says, fun time watching the apprentice and the master interact. We'll leave it up to interpretation who the master and the apprentice is. We'll just let somebody think that they have the title. And Marty Martinez, this is a great episode. Daniel is definitely going to have to step up his game to hang with the big dog, Loren Harris. Well, let me tell you this. As we already know, my nickname is Big Daddy. Big Daddy, as humans, we have to train the big dog. So I'm going to let him, look, he's growling to get on the screen. Look. All right, so.
You're telling on yourself. My nickname. You gave yourself that.
Hey, you don't know.
There's no shortage of people in the world who give themselves whatever.
Hey,
it ain't right. We all know the truth, don't we, people? But listen, here's the good part. Here's the good news. It's not, and seriously, none of us, no matter where we are along the journey, are above or below anyone. We are beside each other. You can be 24 and be new to this and this and the other. But the reason the law of attraction put us together, because it is always a two-way feed within purpose. Something to give and something to get. Something to drop off, something to pick up. So that is that. Now, we just play with each other, but I wanted them to know for real.
Oh, yeah.
Now, would you do me a favor and go back? I want to hear what you think about what Dominique said. That's a big piece. And I saw it in the comments during the break. She said, chaos is a void pertaining to the black eyes. A void. Just emptiness.
Whoa. This is about you. I mean, everybody.
No, we're talking about the real stuff.
Yeah.
We don't want somebody to miss. And Oracle's here. And so let me tell you something I know about Oracle. Don't forget, that's the girl that got in the car and drove all the way to California to come backstage and do an energy healing on me with $12 in her pocket.
Loren, we understand. And I know that, and everybody else knows the story as well. But there's other things that I want to touch on.
Okay, but I'm just saying, go back and acknowledge what she said about that part about the black eyes. That's what you said. She's responding to it. She said that means chaos is a void. That's nothing to smile about.
Yeah, but I'm telling you that there's so many great comments on here.
I know there are, and they're gonna be there.
Yeah,
they're gonna be there. So y'all in the middle of a coaching session. So
that's what I'm saying. This is not supposed to.
No. You shouldn't have brought me on if you didn't want my mouth to run.
This is what's gonna happen. I want you to talk about the word of purpose, because you always speak about purpose to everybody. Oh, now you want to.
No, I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna show you purpose.
Yeah. So I want you to really, from your perspective, explain what purpose means.
Purpose is when you said he pulled down his shades and I saw blackness. Purpose is when
you know what? I'm gonna need you're up here right now, and I need you to take it down here. You're my guy.
You don't do that. Let me tell you why. Somebody out there right now could have somebody in their world where they go, wait a minute. That's kind of what I said about so-and-so's eyes. We think we're here it is never about just one thing. We're here about Star Trek and this and the other. But I'm telling you what I feel. You said that thing. Stop for a second. You said that thing about the eyes, and Oracle said it. I didn't even know that. That tells me that's important. That could be the one thing that the one person that is here or is going to get this shared to them may need to save their soul.
Yes, but what about the conversation about purpose?
Purpose?
Yeah, I have my own downloads too. I want to talk about purpose.
Okay, well, you're talking about stuff that you people know. You know that's my thing.
No,
Wall of purpose, hell of purpose. My master class is the power of purpose. But the thing is, when the crossing guard of purpose runs out in the middle of the freeway and says, stop, all directions, I listen. I don't care if I was on the Michelle Obama stage. If that same thing happened, it just happened. Drag me off with a hook. Seriously, that is an important piece. And now it's out there. I'm good with it. Ringing the bell. That's a big piece. I did not know when you see that in somebody that emptiness is chaos. It's deceptive when you think about it. You think you don't see anything, but she said it represents chaos. That's everything to keep you from, that's what drives people to insanity.
Yeah.
So we just needed to get that out there, Dano. That's all I'm saying. It's not about us. Somebody out there sitting there, they could be sitting there and didn't even realize this until we brought it to their attention. And now the next time they look into those eyes, they're going to see something beyond the darkness because they are the light. Now we can move forward. Now we can move forward.
My boy Manouch, and the bell has rung.
And that was your mama who said that.
Yeah. Okay. So now you guys get a small glimpse of what we interact with on our weekly coaching sessions and the other calls as well. So I just want to say thank you for all of that as well, because I know all of the lessons. You know, we all have our different perspectives.
If you and I were surgeons, listen. If all of us were surgeons and we were operating on somebody's brain or heart inside their body, we got to treat sitting here just like we were in the middle of a heart transplant.
Of course.
Or a brain we have to, because it is life or death. And
you guys see just a small glimpse of what we go through.
I'm 59, you 24.
Hey, so like you just said earlier, it's not about age. So this is what I want to bring is the next point. Now you have a lot of things that you have in the works, and I really want to talk about what the future of Loren holds. What do you see yourself in the next 5 years?
I don't.
You don't?
I worry about the next 5 minutes.
And why is that?
Because I don't have control over the next 5 years. The closest thing to me is the next 5 minutes. You said it early in the thing. I always tell y'all your best content is found in the life you're currently living, or the life you just recently lived. Because it's not about, people say you worry about months and years and decades and legacy. No. The thing that affects me and I can affect the closest is the thing closest to me. Minute by minute. I could have a heart attack and be dead in 60 seconds. You ever heard of drop dead? It happens. So for me personally, it's like, I believe, you've been hearing me say this. I believe in purpose is like a slinky. Everything you do from moment to moment, all you have to do to keep that slinky moving, heel over head into the next purposeful moment, is to do your best in this moment. Do it like you mean it, because if you mean it, it now is going to go somewhere and become meaningful for someone else.
Of course.
That's it. So a lot of us get so far ahead of ourselves. I plan my day. I plan my week. But anything beyond a week, it's in pencil.
Yeah. Yeah, and this is exactly why, I have my little ways of, getting under your skin just to bring this.
Oh, they're not little.
This is the good content that everybody needs to see. And, if somebody else had that question in the audience.
It's true.
You really get to give them their own perspective of what they should be thinking about.
Well, let me say this about you. So because you need some uplifting right now, I'm going to give it to you. I'm going to tell you something. You know what I love about you, Dano? Let me tell you, I've coached people that are older than me. Dr. Jan should be 80 this year. Not everybody. You see on my coaching site, all those red X's, the first thing, if you take things personally, then keep it moving, you probably shouldn't call me. This, that, and the other. But for a young person of your age, you're the only one that I found at this age, the only one who, you can try to push back. Yeah, that's fine. You're supposed to. You're supposed to. I don't care who it is. You're supposed to make them work for it. You see what I'm saying? And you're good at that. You're good at that. And so, it is. But every day that we're with people, you coach people every day, and you just don't know it. I remember when I started, and my first coach said, well, let's get your coaching program in place. I was like, who said anything about coaching? He goes, trust me. I said, well, now it's done. We're 4 months into the coaching. I said, remember all that stuff, contracts and stuff we put together for coaching? He goes, oh, don't worry about it. Just let it sit there. When it's time, they will come, just like they say. When the teacher is ready, the student will appear. It's true, but I'll never forget the day that woman, I thought I'm having just a regular call. And she goes, well, I'm so glad I found you. You're the coach I've been praying for months. And I've been coaching ever since.
And
So
like,
I'm telling you, you're doing stuff that people 5 times your age never wrap their mind around, never choose to believe in. And that's a great thing. And that's why I love you all that are here and supporting Dano in what he does, because you all seen it. You've seen it from the beginning, a lot of you that know him. And this is great. It's a safe space for us to just be real.
yeah.
When we get on NBC and stuff, it'll probably be a little bit harder to be like this, but who knows? I don't know. I think I'd still be the same. You?
Yeah, and there's one question that I just can't get out of my head, and I love this. It's dynamic. Everybody's loving it right here. Even Dominique Rivera says it. She loves the dynamic. Why is it that you think and you believe? And there's one more question I want to ask. So make this one, in your condensed form. Why is it that people never wrap their mind?
Telling me to be brief.
Let me put on the timer really quick. Hold on.
Right.
2 minutes.
Here, I got one for you here. Okay, it's going.
No, so why is it that people never wrap their minds around what they should be doing or living their life to their fullest potential?
It's not that they never. We all do it. But you know what it is? It can't be ... On off, on off, on off. Whatever. Okay. Whatever. Okay. No. You have got to take your dreams, your passions, your purpose. Don't carry it around on a thumb drive. Download it onto your heart drive, hard heart drive, your soul drive, because then you're telling everything around you that's been trying to whisper to you that it's not possible, that you're not good enough, that it's never going to work out. It only happens to those people. They're the lucky ones. All those lies. All those songs that were off key, off tune, we just didn't realize it. Do it consistently. It's like a light ring. When it comes completely around and touches and connects, the clues are everywhere. Circle of life. We get married. We had a real connection. There's not a connection when you're texting. Those are ... I send you something, 2 hours could go by. You send me something. That's not a conversation. Hey, how you doing? Oh, it's so good to hear your voice. It's not the same as writing a handwritten letter. Why do you think they don't even teach script writing, cursive anymore? You probably don't, but I remember when I was young, I used to get cards from my Aunt Candy and with $5 in it every year. And she'd be, when I'd read it, I could hear her voice. People write like they speak. So again, the connection. It's all about the connection. And I just don't know, but we can't do it all through other things. We got to sit down. Even here, we can get real. You know what I mean? We were doing it just like we do in your sessions, just like we did all week in Las Vegas. The same old stuff. When you got mad at me at the pool, right. And because I had him taking care of Brian, y'all, for a minute, because I had battles to fight. And I kept telling him, even Brian, then you'll thank me tomorrow. You can't see I can see what's going on in here, but I'm going in. So the thing is, you guys, that is why we are check the tickets. Check the people that are in the front row seats of your life and make sure that they are the people that are there, because it is life or death. It is life or death, everyone. We are coming out of one of the greatest times to be alive, which is this pandemic. It wasn't here to hurt and kill us. It was here to remind us. If anything is going to become extinct in this world, it certainly should not be you all.
Yeah, I agree. And, but with the addition of the social media, everybody lives their lives.
We just got to do this. We got to do this.
Yeah, and another thing, too, is a big thing of the 4 agreements. Like, you guys may have thought that, we're going back and forth and grilling each other, but we don't take anything personally. So I think that's why the dynamic is so great, because 10 minutes from now, we're going to forget that everything happened and we're going to move on to the next.
And we get it done.
Yeah.
And blessings come pouring in.
Mm-hmm.
Blessings come pouring in, and he knows that thing where it's like a download. It's not, stop the press. Because listen, I already know how it works in my 59-year-old journey enough up to this day. I don't know next week. I don't know tomorrow, but I know up to this point. And I know when that crossing guard walks out, I'm with her. Stop. Y'all don't see her? Right. That's why this bell is here. That's why this bell is here. But you know what? The thing is, you guys, we have fulfilled the promise. All of us here. And all of those that will hear about this through us, through you sharing it out, me sharing it. And lives change. And one day, all of us, I guarantee you something, that thing that you ascribe to as being greater than you is going to take us, going to take all of us up to a high point, the highest precipice. It's going to say, look, it's like they're going to open a curtain and you're going to see vineyards and orchards and vineyards and gardens and bountiful fruit and vegetables. And you're going to say, wow. And they're going to say, wow is right. So, everything you're looking at, you grew with your message. You threw those seeds out there. You just weren't around to see when they landed and germinated. Be encouraged.
Now, you have only literally 1 minute left, and I always love to wrap up on the show on this note. If there's somebody going through their deepest, darkest times in their life, what is one thing that you want them to take away, maybe from this show, for everything that we talked about or not? What do you want them to take going forward? Darkness
is an obstacle course. It's an obstacle course. It is there. It is to show you what you have. It is to show you that you are a spiritual warrior. You are a spiritual ninja. Get in there, crawl underneath that wire, get through that mud, go through those tires, climb over that wall, get to the other side, and watch what's waiting for you. It's more than just a nice, cool, refreshing drink for your efforts. Trust me on that one.
Yeah, and this is the reason why I brought Loren on today. One of many, Loren, you are an inspirational speaker. Catch Bathrobe Moments in the morning on the E27 television network. He truly is the man, and he means well for everybody as well. So I just wanted to say, everybody, thank you for watching. Thank you for leaving all of your comments. I hope this helped somebody for today. Oh, and you're on the inside cover, the Bathrobe Moment. See?
Yep, on the outside from now on. Yeah, come on over, y'all. I love this crossover thing. We got to do it again.
Yeah, let's do it.
You're on my show now. I'm on your show on the same day. It's cool.
Yeah, and thank you so much, everybody, for watching. Loren, thank you for everything that you've ever done, all the words spoken, and all the time spent. I really do appreciate it.
And everything you say and think about me, Dano, I want you to know, I say, you may not hear it all the time, but I say it, and I think it about you.
Thank you.
Every bit of it, from the rooter to the tutor. And the same goes for all of y'all. So
yeah. So thank you so much, everybody. Catch us next week for another episode of Weekly Dose of Dano, 6 o'clock Eastern Standard Time. And I can't wait to pour into us, pour into you guys as much as you pour into us. And go into the weekend and go freaking kill it. Go enjoy yourself. Go have a great time. But always remember that there's always something to the something, and everything is a lesson or a blessing.
There you go. Let's go.
Let's go. Let's go. That's it. Have a great weekend, everybody.
That's the boy. There he is. Okay. There you go.